going to do a recap of the December 27th action at the 2018 World Junior Championships. And we're going to do a quick preview for games coming up today, December the 28th. And that's coming up next. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. On this channel, we review and analyze all 31 NHL teams as well as international tournaments with an unbiased opinion. So if you're a big hockey fan, hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss anything. Alright, let's start by doing a recap of yesterday's action from December 27th. It was a lighter schedule, only 2 games being played yesterday. The first game saw Team Switzerland playing Team Belarus. Switzerland was able to pull out a 3-2 victory. Not much of a surprise here. I fully suspected Switzerland to be the stronger team, and I did not surprise as well that it was a close game. Switzerland ended up getting the winning goal from 2018 draft-eligible player Philipp Kurashev. I know Philipp Kurashev was one of those players on, if you missed it, TSN put out a list prior to the tournament saying the top 10 players to watch that hadn't been drafted yet, and he made that list. He's certainly a dynamic player for the Swiss, and probably fully expect him to be a fairly high draft pick in the 2018 NHL entry draft coming up this summer. The other game saw Team Canada defeat Team Slovakia by a score of 6-0. Team Canada started a little bit slow, but as the game went on, slowly took over and began to dominate the Slovaks. Not too much of a shocker here that Canada won the game. Obviously, they get lots of different goal scorers on the sheet. 2 goals from Jonah Gacevic. Also got goals from Taylor Radish, Sam Steele, Jordan Kyrou, and Comtois with the other goal as well. So lots of different players scoring for Team Canada, which is great. They certainly have their balanced attack. Team Canada did have a little bit of a scary moment where defenseman Jake Bean went down with an injury. He fell really awkwardly into the boards after being hit as they were kind of rounding going into the corner by the Slovak player. Personally, I thought it should have been an interference call or a boarding call. You could call it either one, but there was no call on the play. Thankfully, Bean was able to return. They've already have some injuries on defense with Dante Fabro. They didn't really say a lot about what was going on with Fabro, but he did sit out yesterday's game. He came into the tournament with a injury as well, and they weren't sure if he was going to be able to play. So Team Canada did have to go a good stretch of this game with 5D, but they managed okay. The only issues here, obviously, is that if you get too many guys banged up, players can't be replaced. Once the rosters are final, they are completely final. Unless you leave a spot open, you can do that. You can leave a spot open and bring a player in once after the tournament has started, but Team Canada has not done that. They made their roster final and they did not have any open spots. So hopefully Bean's okay and hopefully Fabro's okay. But if the team gets banged up, that could be a problem later on. Obviously, they had a good, solid performance in goal. They gave Carter Hart the day off. Point played this game, got the shutout. He wasn't overly worked too hard, but still the Slovaks did have a decent amount of shots on him. So obviously that gets both of Canada's goalies in on the action. So that's going to be needed going forward in case Point needs to take over for Hart at any point. But Carter Hart's definitely going to be the main goalie moving forward for sure. So on the schedule for today, December the 28th, there's 4 games scheduled at the World Junior Championships. One game, actually, as I record this, is already underway. Team Finland's playing Team Denmark. I fully suspect Team Finland to win that game. The Danes, they put forth a solid effort, but Finland really should be the stronger team here. They should bounce back after their loss against Team Canada. Team Finland still expected to be a contender to have a shot at winning this tournament, or at least making it to the medal round. So I fully suspect Team Finland here to pull out a victory. Also on the schedule today, we have Team Switzerland versus Team Russia. That game for me will be rather interesting. Russia lost their opening game while the Swiss won theirs. Now, theoretically, the Russians should be the stronger team here and really probably should win, but I can see the Swiss giving them a run for their money. I think in a way that's probably going to be the closest game. We'll see if I'm right or not, but if I had to look at the schedule and say what game would be the most entertaining and the closest, that's probably the one that sticks out for me. Also on the schedule is Team Czech Republic, against Team Sweden. I would fully suspect the Swedes to win there. They are by far the stronger team on paper, so we'll see. Be interesting to see another game of Rasmus Dahlin, the projected #1 overall choice in the 2018 NHL entry draft. He's certainly off to a good start in this tournament for sure. So Team Sweden more than likely will pick up a victory here, but we'll have to see what happens. And then the late game today is Team USA against Team Slovakia. Obviously, we saw Slovakia go down pretty hard to Team Canada yesterday, and I wouldn't expect anything different from Team USA today. Team USA will be starting back-to-back games here because they play Canada tomorrow. So Team USA, I fully suspect to win this game, and I would not be surprised to see them win by a fairly hefty score. They have a lot of snipers that can play, and Team USA looks pretty solid on paper. So I don't think it's going to be all that close. I'd suspect that Team USA wins this one quite easily. One other quick note about the World Junior Championships. I mean, I've been watching lots of games myself here on TV. I've found lots of entertainment here. It's been a pretty good tournament so far, only a couple days in. But one thing that does surprise me is, considering Buffalo is a hockey town, when I've been watching the games, I noticed that there's a major attendance issue. The games I've watched, the arena's been half empty at least. Now, I didn't get to watch the full game of the opening game for Team USA, so I'm not sure how things looked there. So I'll be watching closely tonight to see if the rink's any fuller when Team USA plays Team Slovakia. I certainly hope, for everyone's sake, tomorrow is going to be the big game to watch. Team Canada versus Team USA, probably one of the most biggest rivals in this tournament, and they're doing the outdoor game, which will be for the first time in this tournament. So that should be quite an event. So hopefully that turns out to be a great game, and hopefully the attendance for the outdoor game is much better than we've seen for the games at the Buffalo Sabres Arena. Badly, really. And I know Buffalo is pretty passionate about hockey, so a little bit surprised not to see more people at the games. I know watching the Team Canada games, there's all kinds of people from Canada there to cheer on the team. Obviously, Buffalo is very close to Canada, so it's not that hard, especially for people that live in Southern Ontario, to make it across. So great tournament so far. We'll see what action here happens today. We'll be doing another recap video tomorrow as the action continues. So 4 games on the schedule today. Should be a fun day. Make sure you leave some comments down below. Let me know what you've been thinking of the tournament so far. And definitely stay tuned for sure tomorrow afternoon as Canada battles the US in the outdoor game.